If you haven't heard of Titanfall by now, chances are you've been under a rock for the past 3 months. The new shooter from Respawn Entertainment is here on PC and Xbox One. So, how did the former Infinity Ward guys do? Well, pretty darn good. Titanfall is a first-person shooter. It is multiplayer only, and it is about pilots that can wall run and jump all over the place, and big mechs. So, let's get this out of the way first. Titanfall is gorgeous. On both Xbox One and PC, it is a fantastic looking game. Those with a good PC rig are really going to enjoy the spectacle that this game has to offer. It's got a lot of varied environments. It's got some huge things happening in the background. Super carriers and spaceships being blown apart. Giant monsters, giant alien animals just swooping around in the background. Sometimes coming down to nibble on your NPCs. The guns look great. The Titans look amazing. The lighting effects in this game are top-notch. Everything just has a great sci-fi vibe to it, and the game just looks fantastic. The visual response that you get to almost every action you do, wall running, ziplining, jumping on top of another Titan, everything just feels great. It has a sense of speed to the look of the game. Just overall, Titanfall is one 3D game. It's a little minimalistic in the menus, but gets the job done, and everything fits together in a very cohesive art style. The transitions when you hop into your Titans are also excellent. Now, how does it play? Well, I've already alluded to it a little bit. The game plays great. It has a sense of freedom, of mobility to it that you really haven't seen since the old days of Unreal Tournament. On foot, as a pilot, you really feel like you can go anywhere that you can see. Almost every surface in the game is a playable surface, which is really liberating after years of things like Call of Duty and Halo, where you basically were just stuck to bunny hopping and running around on the ground. You can hop on friendly Titans and ride them if you want to. You can, of course, hop on enemy Titans. So let's talk about the actual matches, though. Titanfall is a multiplayer-only game. Even the story is told through multiplayer matchmaking, and I found it to be a little lacking. It's very hard to pay attention to what's going on in the story told through audio logs and video chat windows in the middle of multiplayer matchmaking fights. They're as hectic as this game gets. That being said, there are several distinct game modes available. There is Pilot Hunt, where you have to kill enemy pilots to get to a certain score. Killing enemy Titans won't count in that mode. You have to take the pilot down as well. There's Attrition, which is basic deathmatch. It's done on point scoring. There's Hardpoint Domination, which is a capture 3 points and hold them till you reach a certain score mode. That's kind of standard from what we've seen out of, say, Domination and Call of Duty games in the past. There's Last Titan Standing, where everybody starts with a Titan, and the Last Titan Standing, well, that's the winner. So it's much more tactical. Speaking of tactical, the way that you play the game when you're in a Titan completely changes, and it's a great balancing act that Respawn has put together here. Pilot combat is fast and fluid, and you always feel like you're a credible threat, even to the massive Ogre Titan. However, once you strap on that walking tank, you become a lot slower. Your routes to the level are restricted more than they are as a pilot, allowing you only to fit through spaces that are wide enough to take one of the behemoths. But you also are much tougher. There's 3 distinct Titans. There's the Atlas, which is an all-around Titan. There's the Ogre, which is a beefy monstrosity that carries heavy weapons and packs a massive punch. And there's also the Strider, which is a light, fast Titan. Doesn't take a lot of punishment, but it can literally run circles around the big boys. So choosing your loadout for each of these is going to take up a lot of time. But what's the final verdict on Titanfall? Well, the story is a little light, but the multiplayer gameplay more than makes up for it. The map design is fantastic. The entire game holds together well without letting a Titan or a pilot loadout get too unbalanced feeling. So, yeah, if you want a great shooter, go ahead and pick up Titanfall. Titanfall gets a 9 out of 10.
Pilots, looking pretty grim. We don't have much time left for a comeback. Pull it together.